we're going to work on a little pitching, right? This was something in your game that you said you'd like to work on a little bit, right?
No doubt.
Let's talk a little bit about equipment first off, okay?
Yeah.
Right now you've got, what do you got in your hand?
I've got a 58-degree wedge with 4 degrees of bounce.
4 degrees of bounce, okay?
Yeah.
What was the reasoning behind that?
You know, I used to be able to kind of not have to use a lot of the bounce and be able to nip it, but it's kind of gotten away from my repertoire.
Yeah, so it makes it a little harder, right?
Yeah, it's a lot harder.
Dig the leading edge into the ground a little bit more, okay? So we may have a little bit of an equipment issue there, right? I like to, a lot of my students, I like to see them with, you know, at least something around that 8 to 10 degree on something like that. A lot of people feel like you can't lay it open with more bounce, but yeah, but that's not a problem. I promise you. Okay. So what I want to do though is, so we'll address that problem later on. What I want to do today is I want to sit back and watch you hit a few, and then we'll see if we can make any necessary changes. All right. Perfect. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what you're trying to do here. First of all, on a shot like this, you know, obviously, I mean, you hit 3 or 4 pretty good ones there. But the thing that I want you thinking about is I mean, are we? What's the miss actually for you?
Left.
Left.
Yeah.
Okay. What about contact-wise?
It's usually a little bit of higher ball flight than I like, you know.
Okay.
You know, I kind of like to feel like I can hit the low ones that are going to check a little bit, and not so much, you know, to kind of control the rollout.
Okay. So if you're hitting it high, what's the reasoning behind hitting it high?
Yeah, most likely hitting it pretty high on the club face.
Hitting it high on the club face, okay. Do you think it has anything to do with lofted impact?
I think so.
Okay. One of the things that I see out of you is that whenever you're taking it back, it's an immediate hinge, okay? And whenever you have that immediate hinge at some point in time, right, we have to kind of release it back through, okay? And what I see a lot of times with you is that whenever you release it back through, the club head actually passes the hands, okay? And when it does that, you're adding loft to the club, okay? And so when you're doing that, it's hard to dictate what the loft is every single time, all right? Unfortunately, you don't get to play like the guys on tour that can repeat it all the time, right? And so for us, we need to try to get more of a constant loft, right? So one of the things that I would tell you on shots like this is let's not hinge it as much, okay? And in fact, whenever you're bringing it up and you hinge it, you get it a little steep, right? And that's probably where some digging is, with the 4 degrees of bounce, okay? So let's think about a little bit more. You ever seen Steve Stricker play? Okay, so Steve doesn't. I mean, there's a little bit of a hinge, obviously, but it's not going to be a actual wrist cock all the way through. Okay, and so you'll kind of think about more or less just keeping the triangle all the way through. All right, and let's hit some shots like that. There you go. Good. You're more than anything, you're setting that wrist cock more at address. Okay, and then just holding it. So our hands are probably a little bit more ahead of the golf ball with this little pitch shot. Good. Good. Hit a couple. Already lower, right?
Yeah. Definitely didn't feel like it was sliding up the face.
Yeah,
either.
exactly. It's true contact. Good. A little bit extra roll there.
A little toey, I think, you know.
Okay. The thing that I want you looking at, though, okay, is on your follow-through. This is going to tell you exactly what happens, okay? You see how see where the head is in relationship to your hands, okay? So that means it's a pretty straight line, right? Beforehand, it was a little bit more here, okay? Which shows you the release pattern a little bit more. You still got this bend here in your hand, all right, as opposed to there. See how that's more straight on, okay? So if we're holding that angle through a little bit better, right, that's going to show you that we didn't get that little flip action at the bottom, and that you're getting more of that true loft all the way through.